Hi friends, hope you are doing well. Today we are at newmillennialtrends.com website. This website is really useful. You can find various posts about different topics. Before that, first let me walk you through how to renew Indian passport in USA with CKGS. So I believe this post will be much helpful to you, because I went through all the so many websites in order to get some few basic information, but CKGS has really very good information on their website. But this post is helpful to you if you want to get some overview about how to apply the process. Just I'm trying to give you an overall view about the process. So first let me give you some high level information about renewing your Indian passport. Before they used Indian consulate used to have BLS as their for their passport services. Now they changed it to CKGS around May 2016. And then before doing anything, first check the current implementation vendor at INDIANPASSPORT.com. So here you can see currently Cox and King's Global Services, which is nothing but CKGS, is the current vendor for passport applications. And after checking the current implementation vendor, you can start your process not more than 1 year before your expiration date. And also please remember, if you are a H1 you are in H1B kind of visas, you are good to renew your passport in USA. But if you are a visitor either in B1 or B2 visas, you are not eligible for this service. And also you can find, it may change in future, but this is the current situation. And also at the time of port of entry also, you should have minimum 6 months validity in your passport for regular visas, regular visas. But for visitors, they should have 6 months plus whatever the additional intended period of stay. Suppose if you are planning to stay as a visitor for 4 months, then you should have 6 plus 4, so 10 months validity. So coming into suppose if you are in a hurry to apply for passport services, and if you required it in just 3 to 4 days, then go for Tatkal service. Otherwise you can apply in regular service, which is going to take around 2 to 3 weeks. In my case, it took me around 3 weeks. So going to CKGS, you can find more information about Tatkal at CKGS website. You can find a lot of information here, but you need to explain them the reason to apply in reason for Tatkal service. Probably I am going to cover more about only Tatkal service in some other video. So you can find, if you are planning to apply in regular service, you can find which jurisdiction you are coming by going to CKGS website here. So here we have Washington DC, New York, Chicago, Houston, and also they has mentioned the states here also. So if you are living in Arkansas, then you will come under Houston application center. So they have San Francisco and Atlanta. Mode of submission: you can send your physical application to CKGS application center either by mail, or you can go directly to their application center. We already saw the different application centers they has, so you can just go to that application centers directly if you are living nearby. So coming to how to apply and what are the steps involved. Okay, I will try to explain you more as much as possible. So before starting the process, first start your process by going to CKGS website only. Don't go directly to INDIANConsulate.com and start your process, because when you start your process at CKGS, they will take all the information and then they will take you to INDIANConsulate.com also at appropriate step, and they will ask you to fill the application form available at INDIANConsulate.com. And then once after completing your application there, you are going to come back to CKGS website. And also one thing really I like about CKGS website is they made it so much automated that so much work got reduced on our side. So you just need to fill whatever the blanks that the automated system not able to complete. So, and then you suppose and also there are some few information you need to have it at hand before starting the application form. So you should have your recent original Indian passport. If your passport is lost and details are not available, then contact UOI by consulate as per your jurisdiction. So just have your passport, and if you want to endorse your spouse in your passport, then include your spouse passport information as well, and also your US legal status details, nothing but your I-797 form if you are in H1B. So whatever it is, whatever is applicable to you. Then if you are minors, then you should have your in addition to the above details, you should have your parents' passport as well. Anyways, I believe parents are filling for usually for minors, so I think you are good. Coming to step 2, fill in the widget. The widget contains questions which will guide you as to whether you are eligible for a passport. Help you autofill the forms if you are eligible. As I previously said, the really one nice thing about CKGS is they are going to autofill so many forms for you. So coming to the step 3, after once you are done, they are going to provide you a document checklist. So go through that document checklist, find what are the documents they are asking you to include, what are the originals or copies they are asking you to include. If few things you can do self-attested, whatever they just mentioned, whatever they mentioned in that document checklist. And also don't forget to include your passport size photos along with your application. And also they specifically at bullet number 4 they mentioned about the temporary number. This will be the number that one can use on the CKGS website in case you want to apply later or get disconnected. This is kind of like if you want to resume your application form at CKGS, they are going to provide you temporary number. And once after you completing all, once after you are done, they are going to you can find your forms and letters at and also you just as I just mentioned, you need to review all the forms, and then you need to print and sign them, and wherever required you need to do self-attestation or notarized as mentioned in that document checklist. So step 5 is saying more details about photo specifications. When I started this process, I tried to do a photo by myself, and then I figured it out that they have some special requirements about special photo requirements. So there has a 2 by 2 inch. It should be 2 by 2 inch photo, and then it should have a background, white background, Just make sure that your eyes are clearly visible, ears are visible, just those kind of like basic photo specifications. You can get your photo at any Walgreens, or I mean, if you can find something better, that would be great. So for especially coming to signature requirements, if you if you are applying for your kids who are less than 5 years, then you can they can use then you can take their thumb impressions. For females, right thumb impression; for males it is left thumb impression. So coming to mode of submission, you can if you are planning to send it by mail, you can use either you can use CKGS shipping options. I would highly recommend you to use CKGS shipping service, because they are going to take responsibility on our part, and if they are going to take you need to pay upfront fees for a return service also. So it will give you some peace of mind. Otherwise, if you want, you can send your own return envelope. Please follow the do's and don'ts which they explained on their website. Step 6 is mentioning some more points about walk-ins. So appointment for application submission, and then appointment for form filling. If you had selected walk-ins as your submission option, you shall continue online to complete the appointment process. Choose your appointment date, choose your slot, and then date by if the date by time slot is already booked, then next available option will be displayed. Get a confirmation on your appointment date and time booked from CKGS. Come in person at the designated appointment date and time, and submit your application at the CKGS application center. So those are the specifications they mention. In step 7, you should pay your payments either by credit card or debit card. I believe they are going to charge you some processing, some additional fees for using that credit card service, credit or debit card services. So just they have some few notes about payments. So payment has to be made separately for each applicant. Convenience charge will apply for credit by debit cards. Cash will not be accepted. Personal checks will not be accepted. If fees are not paid in full, CKGS will not take responsible for any delays and consequential charges that you may incur. So coming to step 7A, Government of India online passport form. So this is the one I just mentioned you about, like CKGS going to take you to Indian consulate website or appropriate step. So on the CKGS website, we have given you a sample of how to fill the government online passport form. So you can find that sample form in the CKGS website. Just use that form and fill as a reference, and then fill all the information. We suggest you to print the sample form to assist you. We have also listed the common mistakes that are made, so that you can avoid making the same error. So here they mentioned about some of the regular or common mistakes applicants usually do. So you can see those things, and you can try to avoid those mistakes. So here you can see capital letters must be used to fill in the, so you have to use only capital letters while filling the online NRI passport application form. And also all detail must be filled manually using whatever the things that you need to fill manually, those things you can use either black by blue ballpoint pen, and make sure that you sign the passport application form wherever indicated before submission. And also make sure one important thing I want to mention here is about the place of birth. You do not put India as the city and state, so don't keep India as state or a city. And also you can if you see your passport ID page, you can see like your name and your place of birth, those information, whatever the information there on your passport ID page. And also when you are entering the same information in CKGS or online NRA passport form, you make sure that you are not even changing the space between the letters also. They won't even accept small changes in that passport ID form. So make sure that you are following exactly whatever there in that previous passport. If you want to make any changes, you should follow a different process for that. Next, coming to 7B, about a new web reference number. You will get a new web reference number from the government online NRA passport application form, which will now be the number to be used on the CKGS website to continue the process. So once after you finishing the online NRA form at INDIANConsulate.com, because the CKGS only will take you at appropriate step, so you no need to go directly to INDIANConsulate.com website. And then whatever the once you are done, they are going to provide you a web reference number there, and you can use that web reference number at CKGS website to continue your process. So here at step 8 there is some more information available. Suppose if you already filed your online NRA form before coming to CKGS mistakenly, then there is some more information available at CKGS website to the what are the steps you need to do in that case. So pretty much these are the few steps involved in the process.